What up, fitness friends? It's time to work out and talk training. All right, so Wednesday's workout. I hope you guys enjoyed the sunshine. It was very nice today for most of the afternoon anyway, so hope you guys enjoy some of it. So for the warm-up today, what we got is we have 2 1-minute holds and then 2 30-second holds.
Sorry.
So what we're going to do is you're going to hold a plank for 1 minute. So again, you're going to challenge yourself. So if you can hold a normal plank relatively well, so just active shoulder, butt squeezed, belly tucked. If you can do this, feel free to do a gymnastics plank. So come out on your tippy toes, make that movement a little more challenging. You're going to hold that for a minute. Then you're going to hold a sumo squat for 1 minute, which means an extra wide squat. So get those legs out a little bit wider than your normal squat stance. And the goal here is to really target the hips and stretch out the hip joint a little bit. Going to hold this for 1 minute. Then we're going to do a crab hold for 30 seconds. So for the crab hold, again, we're just going to do basically a glute bridge position. So hands are going to squeeze the butt. Hands are going to point generally towards my feet. Again, I'm not warmed up right now, so I will cramp my tricep if I try this. But you're going to hold here for 30 seconds. And then you're going to hold a 30-second handstand. And again, that can be done piped on a couch. So you can go feet on the couch and you can walk the hands back. Or you can do any other handstand variation. So this is perfectly fine for 30 seconds. Or you can do nose to wall. You can do butt to wall, kicking up. Again, any of those is totally fine. So that's the first piece of your warm-up. 1 minute, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Then you've got 3 rounds. You're going to do 5 vertical jumps. So you're just going to jump as high as possible. All we're looking for there is hip extension. So again, today we've got some clean work going on, and we're just trying to find that really violent hip extension movement pattern. Most important thing when you're jumping, feet right under your body. So good, just a normal athletic stance. And then remember, when I jump, I come down into a hang position. So I load my hands back here, I'm going to follow through, jump as high as I can, but the goal is to start to get into this hang position, which we're going to be working from a little bit later. So 5 vertical jumps as high as you can, 10 air squats, 10 good mornings. For the good morning, again, feet are under the body, and then we're just stretching the hamstrings out, squeezing the bottom all the way up, making sure that the back stays nice and flat, so shoulders are squeezed, belly's braced. And then you've got 5, 5, 5, bend over, eyes, Ys, and Ts. So for these, feel free to grab like water bottles or something lighter around the house. You're going to hinge over to 45, and then we're going to go I for 5 reps, nice and slow, and then Y for 5, and then at the end you've got your T's for 5. And again, feel free to weight those lightly. So super 2.5 pound plates, water bottles, something like that. So that's warm up. Once that is done, you've got your strength or your technique work. So if you're lucky enough to have a barbell and some bumpers, we're going to work on our weightlifting technique. If you don't have a barbell, you can grab a PVC pipe, a broomstick, anything like that is totally fine. Again, the goal is just to not get stale with these movements. So make sure that we still work on our weightlifting technique, as often as we can. So what we're going to do, you're going to do 3 sets of 3 muscle cleans plus 3 front squats. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple warm-up drills here just to kind of prep for this stuff. So a couple things to keep in mind. Number 1, my start position for a clean. So when I get set, I need to make sure that my thumbs are about a thumb's width away from my body and my feet are going to be just underneath of my hips here. From there, I want to initiate number 1 by bending the knees just a little bit. So I find this power position, chest is up nice and tall. Once I'm here, then I can hinge athletically down to this below the knee position. And this is where you're going to work for these muscle cleans. Biggest thing being that I want to try and work this transition point. So I'm going to come down here, and then I'm going to squeeze the bar into my body as I bring it up to my thighs, find this power position, and then I'm going to pop my hip and shoot my elbows through as quickly as I can for a muscle clean. So for the muscle clean, we're just focusing on explosive hips and turn it over with the arms. So again, from here, muscle clean, squeeze it close, all the way up to the shoulder. After that, you've got 3 front squats. So again, hold that rack position the entire way down, relax the hands, make sure you're getting all the way below parallel. After that, so you've got 3 rounds of that. So 3 rounds of 3 muscle cleans, 3 front squats. Feel free to load those up a little bit, so again, you can build up in weight just a tad, as long as you stay strict about the muscle clean. So Again, for those of you guys that aren't aware, the difference between a muscle clean and a power clean is the catch position. So when I go for a muscle clean, I'm extending my hips, popping, and I'm keeping my hip extended until I catch that bar on my shoulders. What I'm not allowing myself to do is re-dip after hip extension. So I'm not dropping under the barbell at all. For the muscle clean, you're just pulling that bar all the way to extension every single time. So you got 3 sets of that. After that, you've got 5 sets of 3 tall cleans. So for the tall clean, that position that I chatted about earlier becomes very important. So your tall clean is all about turnover speed. So it's just working on getting down into a bottom squat position as quickly as you can. So when I load for a tall clean, what I'm going to do is, again, make sure I've got my grip set, that thumbs width out. From here, all I'm going to do is send the knees forward and press the bar into my thighs. So this is my start position right here. Shoulders are behind the bar, legs are loaded. I'm really feeling this in my quads. From here, all we're going to do is extend nice and tall. So I'm going to shrug my shoulders up, squeeze my butt, and then I'm going to drop under that bar as quickly as I can, all the way down into my bottom squat. But you're going to do that in the same kind of cadence. You're not going to pause like I did. So again, from here, I'm just going to press the bar into my thighs, knees forward, and then I'm going to jump down to that bottom squat as quickly as possible. Again, focus is on quickness under the bar and full extension at the top. So make sure that you're getting into triple extension. So you've got your butt squeezed, shoulders up, elbows start to track up. And then once I get into this position, I'm just working on dropping as fast as I can. So moving those feet out and shooting those elbows through. After your tall cleans, your strength complex for the day is going to be 5 sets of 3 hang cleans. So for those, what we're looking to do is, again, you can load pass down to the knee. So from here, you're going to have the same exact start position we did for the tall clean. So every single rep, what you can do is from here, I'm going to, again, chest up, knees forward a little bit, and then I'm going to send my hips back to come to the top of the knee. From here, my number one goal every single time is to find this position again. So again, I'm coming from here to the hang, and then I want to find this position again on the way through to my full extension of my lift. So a couple things you want to try and think about. Again, when you load to the hang, you really want to feel that in your hamstrings. But I want to think about trying to get my chest in line with the bar before I start to extend. So chest in line with the barbell before I start to go into my big shrug, squeeze, drop under. So you've got 5 sets of 3 hang cleans. Feel free to build up in weight if you have access to some weight. Otherwise, if you don't have access to a lot of weight or maybe an appropriate weight, feel free to change the rep scheme a little bit. So instead of 5 sets of 3, maybe do 5 sets of 5 or 5 sets of 6 if you don't have access to something that will challenge you a little bit weight-wise. So that's your strength and your technique work. After that, your conditioning for the day is every 6 minutes for 3 rounds. So it's an 18-minute workout, 18-minute clock. What you're going to do is you're going to go for a 400-meter run. You're going to do 30 hang squat cleans or kettlebell taters. And then you're going to do 20 toes to bar, knee raises, or V-ups. So the golden rule for the run is the sub 2-minute rule. So you need to be able to run confidently under 2 minutes every single 400. If that's not going to be the case, think about scaling the distance a little bit. Your scale for the run, if you're not going to go outside, is going to be anywhere from 40 to 80 plyo step-ups. So again, what those are going to look like, I don't trust my old man slippers to stay on my feet for this. So we're just going to be doing explosive, basically step-ups. So from here, and you're going to do anywhere from 40 to 80 total. Again, time frame is key. So sub 2 minutes should take you anywhere from 90 seconds, a maximum of 2 minutes to get either your run or your plyo step-ups done. Then, after that, you've got your hang squat cleans. So we're going to talk about the kettlebell tater next, but for the hang squat clean, you should be able to do the hang squat cleans in, let's say, 4 sets. So you should be able to do maybe 10 reps out of the gate, and then you should be able to do a set of 6 to 8, another set of 6 to 8, and then hopefully be able to finish that set off. So that's the kind of rep scheme breakdown that you're looking for when you go through the hang squat cleans. If I were to program an RX weight for this, it would be probably somewhere around 115.75. Again, but most importantly is not the weight, it's being able to do a big set of 10 to 12 out of the gate, and then being able to do consistent sets of 8 reps plus or minus to kind of finish that off. So that's your hand squat clean. Again, the exact same movement that we just covered in the kind of technique piece. The other option, if you don't have a barbell, is going to be a kettlebell tater. So what this is a combination of a kettlebell swing and a gauntlet squat. So there are a couple ways to do these. I do them the complicated way because I didn't know there was a less complicated way until I watched a video recently and did some research. So basically what we're looking to do is it's a normal kettlebell swing. So I'm going to hinge here, I'm going to load into my glutes, I'm going to squeeze my butt, find full extension, but once I get here, I'm going to transition that kettlebell to my chest, and I'm going to go right into a squat position. So what it's going to look like is from here, swing, full extension, back down. So that's what we're looking to do.
Is that what it's really called?
Kettlebell tater. Tater, that's from a show and I can't remember which one now. It's a cooking show. What is it? Oh no, Halloween Wars. The guy Tater, like the nickname. Anyway, so if any of you guys watch competitive cooking shows, you might get the reference. There's a show on baking, Food Network. That's it. Anyway, so moving on. For the kettlebell tater, a couple things to keep in mind. The way that I did it, moving your hands around is not really recommended because it takes a lot of coordination to get that done. So basically what you're going to try and do is when I come out of my hip, I'm going to try and do this in slow motion. So I'm going to come to here, and once I get that kettlebell coming up, I'm just going to squat like this, and then I'm going to come back down. So again, the transition, are you zoomed in on me at all? Mm-hmm. So the transition is going to look something like this. Here. And if you want, you can switch hands every time, but you're going to keep one hand fully in the kettlebell swing position, and the other hand is going to drop out and become your front rack. So that's going to be for your kettlebell tater. Again, those you should be able to do, sets of 10 to 12, followed by sets of 8. So if you have a little bit of variety with your weights, that'd be great. If not, feel free to scale reps. So again, if it's a little challenging for this, feel free to do 20 or 25 per round. If it's a little easy, feel free to go up a little, maybe do 35 or 40 per round. And then after that, you've got your toes to bar, your knee raises, or your V-ups. So again, if you have an object to hang from, awesome, toes to bar, knee-ups. If you don't, you're going to do V-ups or dead bugs. And again, review of the V-up or the dead bug. Active positions in the bottom. So when I get set, first thing I need to do is again, tuck my knees in, bring my hands past my feet. I know. And then once I get here, this is my active midline position. And then I can... Okay. It was time, wasn't it? We got too far into the video without an interruption. Good job. Here we go. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Go get Mom. Go get him.
Come here.
Go get Mom.
Nothing?
So, once you find this position, this is my active bottom. From here, I can come out into my hollow, and then I can start to perform my V-ups or my dead bugs. And again, I'm looking to stay active in the bottom. We're not slouching down to the ground and relaxing. So that's your conditioning. And the goal for that, again, is you're doing a round every 6 minutes for 3 rounds. You should have a minute of rest. So trying to scale to be done by the 5-minute mark in round 1 will hopefully set you up for success to be done by the 5:15, 5:30 mark in round 2. And then you'll hopefully just be able to barely finish in round 3. So again, there's not meant to be a lot of rest, but there's meant to be some rest. After you're done with that, you've got some mobility. So for the mobility today, you've got a single leg saddle. So I'm going to tuck this leg back behind me, and I'm just going to try and lean back, stretch out this hip flexor and then the thigh. And again, you're going to hold for 1 minute here. Feel free to lean back as far as you can comfortably. You're going to do that on both legs. Once that's done, you've got a standing forward fold. So just a simple feet together, hang heavy, relax, let the upper back loosen up, let the hamstrings loosen up, all that good stuff. You got that for 2 minutes. And that is your training for Wednesday. As always, tag us, Forward by Zeus, palace.ithaca, CrossFit Queens, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy.